Okay, welcome back once again. This time we're going to be playing, oh yeah, Chunga, Moonlit Love Chunga. Now Chunga is a solo lane god, can be played in the mid lane. She's a mage. She deals a lot of damage, but she's very, very up close and personal. Her skills aren't the longest ranges, but she does have a lot of damage built into her kit, and her ability to fight is definitely high in terms of how much she can put out. So what I'm going to do here is just quickly check what I'm against, and then work out what I'm going to go here. I think I'm going to go for this to begin the game. Now we'll talk through Chunga and how you play her. You've got to fight quite a lot with her. You've got to get up close and personal, play her almost like a warrior in terms of how up close you get. First thing to talk about is the Jade Rabbit. Now the Jade Rabbit allows you to buy items when you're not even in base. Yes, it's an abuse where you can actually continue farming and buying items at the same time. This little rabbit that's following me here, this little chocolate dude, will follow you around as time goes on. But if you send him back to base, he'll go back and pick you up an item and bring it back. It can only be one item though, but it's actually really useful. Other than that though, dance move speed is also increased by 25%. What does dance move speed actually mean? Well, it means when you use your skills, you're going to increase your mobility for a little time. First thing to talk about is your Crescent Moon dance. This is the skill you're going to max first. Does decent damage, and it does a cone in front of you. You'll see it here like this. It looks like this sort of wave, and as you can see from the pattern, it goes from left to right across. So you're looking to deal damage with that one. That's your main wave clear ability. Your number 2 skill is your Moonlit Waltz. Now this restores a little bit of mana, if you can avoid an ability. At the same time as what it also does is it also makes you invulnerable for a second, so you can avoid some damage like a snipe, like an AoE ultimate or something like that, and you can cause a lot of issues for the team to try and kill you because you can juke out abilities. It's like free beads technically. Beads mixed with age is the best way to put it. Maybe an age is the better way of putting it. So use auto attacks in your 1 to clear the wave out as much as you can. As you can see, it's not too much of a hassle. Your 3 ability is going to be your Moonflower Dance. Now what this does is it actually heals you, but at the same time as heal you, it also debuffs the enemy as well, and reduces their healing done at the same time. So you can try and use that one to your advantage as well. And your full combo is kind of like 3-2 in a fight, because you'll debuff them and deal damage to them, but you can 3-1 as well. I'm going to put up on my 3 here, so I've got my full wave clear and sustain online. She's a very fighty mage. You want to be using a lot of auto attacks. Problem is, we're against a Bellona. Actually, we're not. We're against a Hades. This will be a fun lane. Now, sometimes you 3-1. That time I 1-3 just because I wanted to confirm damage. At the same time as I apply a little bit of healing back to myself after the poke I put on them. But you have to rely a lot on auto attacks, and against the Hades, it's a bit of a rough lane in honesty, because he's going to be able to outpush you for the most part. And you can obviously heal your teammates with your 3 as well. So I'm going to put another point in 1 here, and then I'll be putting a point into 2 earlier on before I hit. So I can actually use my 2 to escape Hades' ultimate, which is very, very useful, and some of his burst damage as well if I want to, but I'm just going to be careful about how I do it. You can see I'm up close and personal. The problem is I'm against a god that is very, very good at pushing as well. So I'm going to be pushing to a tower quite a lot this game, and I don't have a very good Chunga. He's not seen the gank coming yet. He has now. Not going to be able to do much more than I already have, but what we did do is burn his cooldowns a little bit. Made him pop a health potion. And because of his cooldowns, I can get a little bit of wave presence on again. Oh, these autos are terrible. So we pushed up to the tower once again. Still looking for farm for the most part and looking to play safe. I can try and poke with auto attacks. Now he's got a lot of sustain in his kit as well, so it's pretty much a farm off this lane. You can outplay each other if somebody makes a mistake, but we're still just looking for farm for the most part. Taking a little bit of poke damage, that's fine. Just got to try and avoid some autos here.
Enemy missing middle. Careful left.
Not sure if Thor's really going to find anything else here. He's gone a little bit too aggressive. My ultimate wasn't the best there in all honesty, and I'm getting a lot of poke from those minions unfortunately too, so I've got to be a bit more careful now. Here's Hades a bit upset by the ganks. He is playing Hades after all.
Yeah.
So I could send the rabbit back to base here if I want to, but I'm going to actually just recall myself as I've got a small opportunity to here. Continue working on Doom Mob, get this online ready for the next wave. And back we go. That's what the 2 looks like when you use it. It makes you invulnerable for a second or two. And my ultimate, which I just used and I didn't actually talk about because I was involved in combat, is Waxing Moon. Now, Waxing Moon is a fantastic skill. It's a line nuke that deals good damage and stuns for 1 second. However, for each god already stunned, it increases the stun on that for another second. So if you can group multiple gods up, well, some of them are going to get stunned for a long time. Technically, it's up to 5 seconds on a stun for one of them. I ate a little bit of poke then, I didn't really need to.
Baby's so harsh. Your right tower is under attack. Enemy missing middle.
I'm not worried about eating some poke because I can heal it back up as well.
Let me get some of that sweet, sweet love in. Enemy missing left. Cancel that.
Now, things to note about Chang'e that I don't really play that much, as I've said, but what you can do is your 3-2-3-1 combo is very, very strong, not your 1-3. Your 1-3 is very slow, but your 3-1 is very quick, as you'll see in a second. Hopefully I can come around and do it. 3-1. See how quickly I can do that? If I tried to do it the other way around, 1 into 3, it would take me a lot longer to do. And I won't be able to do it as effectively as I would like to. I'll try and show it you beforehand. I'll do it on this next menu wave if I get a chance, but maybe Thor's going to gank here.
Enemy missing middle.
You can see that I couldn't really get the ability off as quick because of the cooldown, so... With blue buff online, I'm not really too struggling in this lane now. What I will do is just go back and get my boots going. And you can see my chocolate bunny is on the map and roam. You can see it on the mini-map there. That's the chocolate bunny doing work. Well, got hit by that because of the fur. I have to juke that out, unfortunately. I misplayed that quite a lot. I should not have used my 2 when I did. Because I used my 2 to avoid the damage, he could ult me straight in then. That was my own fault and a small mistake I made. Shouldn't have really made the mistake, honestly. But once again, I'm not the greatest player of Chang'e. Good news is my team's been on the other side of the map. Hooray! So when you're playing Chang'e, you're looking to clear the wave out and poke the enemy god at the same time. You have the ability with... You want to be able to hit multiple targets at the same time, the full wave. And same again with your 3, the Moonlit Dance. It does a big circle around you, that skill as well. And just so you just keep an eye on the rotation of this here. You see how it starts from left to right and goes around in a full circle. So be prepared to make sure you're in the right sort of position to do something there. It's just a rough lane to try and do this in because it's a Hades. And using your auto attacks is definitely very useful for you.
Oh, man.
So Ballona's coming over to this lane. I've got to be careful because you'll try and gank me in a second. Not too worried, as my ultimate is available again, and I have beads available.
Come on. Enemy missing middle. Be careful left. Your middle tower is under attack. Enemy missing right.
So there's not a whole lot I can really do here, but what I can do is while I'm waiting, I don't need to base, but I can send the bunny off again. The lane overall is pretty much a farm lane. But like I said, you do have the ability to misplay. Someone makes a mistake, and I made a mistake, and he punished me for it.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
So in team fights, what you're looking to do is heal your team up, but still deal good damage, be on the front line for the most part because of how the god works. Well, I should have hit that creep and I didn't.
Show 'em what you give me some of that.
Now you do want to be up close and personal in boxing, but I'm against the Hades, and Hades is very, very strong on the boxing front. So there's not a whole lot you can really do against it, apart from just play this more passively. Better Chungas will be able to deal with this a lot better than I am.
That girl. Can't get enough of that love, babe.
Your right tower is under attack. Right.
Enemy missing right.
So he's missing the right lane right now. I'm pretty sure he's just either gone to the blue buff or he's gone. Oh, there comes a below now. I should just juke this away. She kind of misplayed herself there. Luckily for her, though, he cleared out the minion wave, otherwise he would have been dead for that. You can see that I could use Waxing Moon defensively then to escape the damage. I use my beads as well. Got to be a bit careful here, though.
Babe is so harsh.
Just going to disengage quickly from this one. Go back to base. I will go for cooldown boots here. Get one more health potion online. So it's unfortunate I didn't get a kill on the Bellona that came under the tower for me. If I would have played it a little bit better, I probably could have killed her if I would have used my abilities a little bit more correctly. I'm probably going to lose my tower here, as Hades is Hades, and he causes a lot of issues, and that's probably a dead Thor as well, unfortunately. It's not going to be a whole lot I could do to help him. Hades is still Hades.
Come on.
Enemy missing middle. Careful left.
So I'm going to try and drop my buff down here. He might come over though, so I've got to be careful.
Oh, man. Take that.
Good news is he doesn't. He's going to push all the way around here. He's going to rotate the safe way. I should be able to kill him there. I don't need to chase that anymore. He just got over cocky and overextended a little bit too far for his own good. Now I probably will be getting a Divine Ruin now as well, because I think Divine Ruin's quite important to pick up on this. Against this Hades, just to lower his amount of damage you can do. I can support the team over here. Notice how I use my 2 there just to avoid damage. Should be able to continue chasing her as well. Should be able to get away from me here.
Ooh, girl, that's gotta hurt.
Be right back.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to find the kill. But the rotation was good. I'm back to farming again.
Unstoppable.
Now, actives on Chunga, because she's very involved in the fight, Heavenly Agility is very, very good for giving herself a speed boost that allows her to chase down a little bit more and be a little bit more effective as well. But what it also does is it gives your team extra healing as well with the Heavenly Agility, which you can extend a little bit more percent, which is useful. And obviously Bead's very, very useful because it basically means you've got 2 disengages if you get yourself in trouble. You can see this time around, Hades is a bit more respectful at the moment. He's still ahead, and I've still got to be mindful of his abilities. But now we're at the wave clear stage where we're kind of even. Oh, if I landed that ability, that'd be good.
Enemy missing right.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, baby. I got what you need. No.
If they try and go aggressive for this, I can Waxing Moon to support, but they don't need me, so it's fine.
Attack that middle one.
There was no reason for me to really leave my lane, but I didn't have any farm to do. I was a little bit overextended. So what he did then, the reason I could go aggressive was because Hades had used his leap, which was the biggest thing that I was having issues with. Was him engaging and then sustaining off the creeps, with no creeps there to sustain off, and his leap on cooldown. I went to Waxing Moon him early with my ultimate to make sure he wasn't able to do anything in terms of using his ultimate. So I out-sustained him, kept him out from being effective in that fight, and picked up a free kill with autos. Autos, one of Chunga's most useful assets. And you can see you can be quite aggressive with this god.
You name it, baby. I got it.
Enemy missing middle.
Don't think I actually really needed that 3 then. What I will do is get some free tower pressure on this side now. Bit of payback for this Hades. He'd probably be back in time, but there's not much else on the map going on right now.
An enemy has been slain.
And now I'm starting to bully a little bit more. I could be a little bit more aggressive against him. Poke him down. I do have the Divine Ruin online right now. My team's going to go for the Gold Fury.
Attack that gold. I'm on your way.
I will come over for this Gold Fury. I did want to do blue buff. I think I shouldn't have said I was coming to the Gold Fury, just so I could come over and do the Gold Fury. Oh, mistakes were made. Oh, she dashed away from that. I was trying to go for a max range Waxing Moon. Didn't land it, unfortunately.
Give me some of that love.
I'm going to go back to my blue buff now then, I guess.
Enemy missing right. Oh, just cancel that.
Enemies in left lane. Cancel that. Enemies have
Be
returned to
careful
base.
now.
Falling back.
Enemy missing. Yeah.
An ally has been slain.
Bit of a crazy fight over there. Just going to call Menace him.
Missing right.
Just in case Hades is currently missing the moment. They might try and pressure mid with me staying over this side.
Enemies in the right jungle.
There's not a whole lot Hades can do against me here. He's going to fight me now because he knows he's got teammates coming. That's why. I misplayed that pretty badly. They just fully comboed me. And I know what I did wrong now, is I should have been getting my sprint online, just to get myself out of those awkward situations. I was trying to save my beads until he used his ultimate, because I'd already used my 2. Maybe I should have beads instead, and kept my ultimate available. Spam my abilities more for the dance, for the movement speed. And I didn't, so I died like an idiot that time round.
Enemy missing left. I'll cancel that.
It was definitely a really bad play from me. You're not always going to make the right mistakes, and this is just a small look through the god. As I warned, I don't normally main this god for the most part.
An enemy has been slain.
Now there is a lot of magical on their team as well, so
An enemy has been slain.
I'm not really worried about their physical damage dealers, as they're not having the best of games by the looks of it.
That sweet, sweet, slow love.
Back to stacking once again.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy tower.
Give me some of that love, girl.
We're still in this game, slowly but surely.
Nice job.
We're gonna get caught overextended here a little bit, I think, but we'll be fine. He's not got much mana.
That girl's so slippery.
Shut down.
Oh, missed that, unfortunately. I'm trying to go back in with the Heavenly. And I got full bursted again by hanging around too long with the Sylvanas. Should have backed out immediately from that. And I didn't.
Your middle tower is under attack.
What you're luckily getting to see is the masterclass of what Chang'e can do. And what you can do if you don't play Chang'e very well. An example one. You get killed for free.
Your left tower is under attack.
Come on, I want to purchase this item, please.
Under attack.
No, this isn't a standard lane you're going to see all the time when you're playing as a Chang'e up against a Hades. But it can happen.
Right tower is under attack.
If you're against warriors, you are very brute force and cause a lot of issues for them because you have sustain as great poke presence as well as good wave clear.
Oh, man.
An ally has been slain.
I've got to turn up for this fight and help out here. Oh, Hindu. And the abilities is hard.
Retreat.
Girl, you got some moves.
Not going to find anything else there. And I misplayed my Waxing Moon again. Unfortunately, my team kind of starting to struggle now, it appears.
You making that
So I'm going to start rotating to these team fights and support a little bit more. That Waxing Moon was terrible, though. How embarrassing. Bellona's nearby here. As we could hear her.
That's right. Can't run over that low, please.
An ally has been slain.
Come on.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Gonna try and rotate mid. It doesn't look like my team really want to group,
Ally has
which
been
we need to
slain.
do.
Your middle tower has been destroyed. Killing spree.
Let me get some of that sweet, sweet loving. Can't get enough of that, girl.
Killing spree.
Oh, don't
An
leave
ally
me, baby.
left the guild.
And somebody's DC'd as well. That's unfortunate. Definitely thing that needs to be mentioned as well is that I'm being very, very aggressive. Like, I just relax a little bit more with this god. I don't play her a whole lot, and you can kind of see that with the playstyle, but I'm still able to get kills with her to show roughly what's going on. Change that, change my mind. Get some pen online.
Your left tower is under attack. An ally has returned.
could be FG. I forgot to buy wards again. Make sure you buy wards, guys. Sometimes I don't, and it makes mistakes too. Obviously, beginning the Doom orbit, I've got to restack it again as well. Who's on the Fire Giant? Not sure. They might have tried to. They might have already done it.
That's right.
Well, on the back line, Sylvanas is in trouble there. Had to use his ultimate. Might have to rotate and support now, though. I say that as I get hit by. And Mega Silencing go down as well. That was a bit unfortunate for me. The silence was a long duration from Hades and caused me a lot of issues. I got an assist out of it, but it was really badly played from me. I was trying to support a teammate that got himself caught. We've not got very much communication in this game, unfortunately. Maybe we'll turn it now. I don't think we will. I think that'll be the end of the game. But when you're playing Chang'e, you're looking to fight for the most part in laning phase against the Hades, though. It's kind of a different story. Sometimes this happens, though. You have to respect the lane. You did get to see kind of how you're supposed to play her against the Hades. You don't really want to fight as much. You want to farm and play safe for the most part and try and play a little bit more defensive. At least I think this game's over. If my team want to surrender, they seem to be very confident that we can pull this one back. I, however, do not, unfortunately. I think I'm going to go Spear this time. Oh, we do surrender the game. And there we go. That is the Chang'e walkthrough for you. Apologies it wasn't the greatest walkthrough in the world for you. If you do have questions, leave them in comments. We'll try and go through them and give you some advice going forward. That game.